Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be unboxing the entire assortment of Series 38. So, all 9 trucks are here, including the Chase Piece Ghost Crew Megalodon. We'll go more in depth with him later on in this video, obviously. So all 9 trucks are here. We will kick it off with my least favorite truck from the series, and that is going to be Soldier Fortune from the Legacy Trucks. That was going to be my guess anyways. Yeah, just, another plain release of Soldier Fortune. It is what it is. I know this truck is retired, but we need more variety. You know what I'm saying? So we'll kick off this unboxing with Soldier Fortune. And then we will move on to Dragon. This is the Crazy Creatures version with the lime green chassis with the roll cage, I'm sorry. And then the orange tires. So there you go, there's Dragon. And then we have Monster Dalmatian for the first time with the ears down. So that's pretty cool from the rough crowd there. So there is Monster Dalmatian, he's number 3. Then we will move on to Tony Farrell's Gravedigger The Legend. This is from the Arena Favorites line. So, yes, this is Tony Farrell's version of the Gravedigger The Legend. This truck was ran, I believe, on Gravedigger 12, if I'm not mistaken. I love Gravedigger 12, man. It's a very nice truck. A lot of nostalgia with it, but, it is what it is. So there's Tony Farrell's Gravedigger The Legend. And then we will move on to the Street Treats El Toro Loco, looking very, very nice and very bright on camera. And then we have the Black Pearl on the Whiplash body there, so that's very interesting. Obviously, I had to get a second version of Black Pearl. And I got that signed by Cole Vennard actually in Glendale in February. So that's really cool. I'm very excited to unbox this version of Black Pearl. And I don't know if this version of Black Pearl is going to go for like $200 like the original one from Series 14 does. But hey, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? And then we will move on to the big 3, as I call them. We have the Overcharged Grave Digger. I freaking love this Gravedigger. I am super excited to unbox this guy and talk about it because this truck looks awesome. Obviously, I did have to get a second version of this Gravedigger, obviously to keep in box because this is one badass truck, you know what I'm saying? So there is Gravedigger. And then we will move on to my favorite truck of the case, and that is Catastrophe. This is like a newer rendition of Prowler for all the OG Monster Jam fans. This is from Crazy Creatures. Yeah, it makes sense. So there you go. There's Catastrophe. I hope sometime soon we get a release for Pouncer. You know what I'm saying? Because, we got Predator, we got Prowler. We just need the version of Pouncer. You know what I'm saying? So we'll move on from Catastrophe. And then we will end off this unboxing here with the Chase Piece Ghost Crew Megalodon. Looking awesome. Very, very sweet. And yeah, there you guys go. So, like I said, we will kick off this unboxing here. I'm just going to move the camera down here. And we will kick off this unboxing with Soldier Fortune. And here is the Soldier Fortune up close. I did want to mention that every series, newer series from Spin Master does have the collection poster QR code on the back of the card. I did just want to say that really quickly. So, there you go. And now we will move on to Soldier Fortune's card. So there's the logo, and then the rest of that information there. Then here is the Soldier Fortune truck up close. Looks like this truck rolls perfectly right out of the package. We absolutely love that as collectors of these die-cast trucks. So here he is up close, you guys. This is the Series 38 Legacy Trucks version of Soldier Fortune. I don't know if this was the final release of Soldier Fortune in the singles ever. It may have been. I don't know. I don't know if it appeared in Series 39, if I do recall. I don't know. But, yeah, this might be the final release of Soldier Fortune ever in the singles, which is... Oh, boy, that's crazy to think, man. That is very crazy to think. But, now let's do our in-depth graphics review. First up, we have the Soldier Fortune logo, along with the Monster Jam logo and the American flag. You can see the green camo in the background. There's the driver. I'm going to say Kayla Blood, even though she's driving Sparkle Smash now. And then you have like a little military code right there, so that's cool. Going up to the front, you have a little grill printing there. The headlights would be right here, but obviously the headlights are not there. Then up here on the hood is just more detail with that camo. The other side is the exact same thing. On the back here, you have the Soldier Fortune logo with the tail lights. Then up here on the roof, you just have more detailing with the camo. Then obviously on top of the roof here, there would be a little gun. The 2016 release of Soldier Fortune did have the gun, but ever since, you know, Mattel said no to the guns, you know, we have not had, you know, a gun up here on Soldier Fortune, which is, you know, I don't know how to feel about it, obviously, as you know, an adult fan, but you know, it is what it is. So there you go. There is the Series 38 release of Soldier Fortune. And now let's move on to the Crazy Creatures Dragon. And here's the Crazy Creatures Dragon up close. We're going to take a look at his card. So there's the dragon logo and then the copyright information there. Then here he is up close. This is the Crazy Creatures Dragon from Series 38. Looks like this truck rolls perfectly right out of the package. And here he is up close, you guys. Another variation of Dragon for all the Monster Jam fans. I like this truck. Cody Saucier has done a phenomenal job driving this truck. Obviously, I do miss him in Monster Energy and Mutant, but, you know, he hasn't done too shabby in Dragon, obviously. It's a pretty good fit for a driver and a truck combination, you know what I'm saying? So for the in-depth graphics review, first up we have the Dragon logo, which is being formed out of the dragon's fire breath, which is crazy. We have the Monster Jam logo along with the dragon eye, and then in the background you can see all the detail with the dragon, you know, skin, I guess. And then there's his teeth and his fire breath. You can kind of see his tongue, which is also fire, so that's really cool. Going up to the front, you have a spot for the nostrils, and then some of the white spikes going along the center of the hood there, and just more detail of the skin up there on the hood. The other side is the exact same thing. On the back, you have Dragon's wings here. Then up here on the roof, you have Dragon's iconic orange horns with some of those white spikes going along the center of the truck, I should say. Oh, and I realized I forgot to talk about what chassis and roll cage color these trucks are on. So Soldier Fortune is on a gray chassis with a black roll cage, and it does have similar green color for the rims to the actual paint color. It's like an army green color along with white PKT printing. I did forget to mention that, my bad. And Dragon is sitting on a dark green chassis, or like a normal green chassis, with a lime green roll cage, and it does have that same exact green color for the rims with orange tires. And so obviously, since I have a release of Dragon, he's got to attempt a Morgan to Morgan backflip. So let's see how Dragon's gonna do. Dang, that was unfortunate. Oh well, but there you go. There is the Series 38 Crazy Creatures Dragon, and now we will move on to Monster Mutt Dalmatian with the ears down. And here is Monster Mutt Dalmatian, but first let's take a look at the card. So there's the logo with the contact information there. And then here is Monster Mutt Dalmatian up close, you guys. It looks like this truck rolls perfectly right out of the package. Looks really, really cool. Oh, I was going to try to make him drift, but you know, it is what it is. And here he is, you guys, up close. This is the Series 38 release of Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Now, obviously, this is another variation for all the Monster Jam fans. It is really unfortunate, but, you know, nothing that we can do about it. Obviously, they have to keep releasing variations of the same truck for all the newer Monster Jam fans that get into collecting these 1/64 scale diecast trucks. So, first up, we have the Monster Jam logo, followed by the Monster Mutt logo. We'll talk about the dog collar in a sec. There is Monster Mutt Dalmatian's teeth, looking very sharp, but also clean. So there you go. They've been keeping up on, you know, cleaning the dog's teeth, which is very nice. And then there is Monster Mutt Dalmatian's ears down for the first time. Now, I don't have a version of Dalmatian to compare it to. I should have actually grabbed, you know, a random Dalmatian, but it is what it is. Usually these ears are up in the wind, you know, like flapping, kind of like flapping in a way. That's just the way they were molded. So there you go. And then there is the driver, Blake Granger, and he's driving Dalmatian, and he has done a phenomenal job, just like Cody Saucier, driving Dalmatian. I think he's going to win Arena East. He should, at least. But since he already won the international tour, I believe he's going to give his championship to, I believe, whoever is in second. And I'm rooting for Tony Oaks, man. He's long overdue for it. Going up to the front of the truck here, we have the nose, the whisker holes, and Monster Mutt Dalmatian's tongue. There's just some detail there with the Dalmatian fur with the black spots. The other side is the exact same thing. On the back, you have Dalmatian's tail. And then up here on the back of the truck is the dog collar in red, and then also the Monster Mouth Dalmatian dog tag. Then up here on the roof, just more detail with the Dalmatian spots. So this version of Dalmatian is sitting on a red roll cage and a red chassis combo, and it does have black rims with no BKT printing at all. So there you go. There is Monster Mouth Dalmatian from Series 38. And now we will move on to Tony Farrell's release of Gravedigger The Legend. And here is Gravedigger The Legend. Let's take a look at the stand here. So there's the Gravedigger The Legend logo, and then the rest of that information there. And then here is the truck up close, you guys. It looks like this truck rolls perfectly. There could be a slight bend in that front axle. I actually do not know, and maybe with the back axle too. But here he is up close, you guys. Gravedigger The Legend. Now, obviously, this truck is, you know, supposed to represent Tony Farrell's release of Gravedigger The Legend when he drove this truck back in 2011. It was ran on Gravedigger 12, so there you go. A little Monster Jam trivia for you guys. And that's actually a perfect way to, you know, segue into saying, hey, if you guys like Monster Jam trivia, I got a Monster Jam trivia question down in the description. So whoever can answer that, you know, hey, good for you. I will say there is one person who has been constantly answering and getting them right. I believe it's Tyler Digger 2020 Productions, I believe. So, hey, Tyler, if you're watching this, shout out to you. You've done very well with the trivia questions. So, now let's do our in-depth graphics release, or version for Gravedigger The Legend. So, speaking of Gravedigger The Legend, there's the logo, Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, and the Monster Jam logo. There's the driver. I'm gonna say it's Tony Farrell because this is his version of Gravedigger The Legend. You can see the awesome blue and silver paint job in the background, looking very, very clean. Going up to the front, I wish these headlights were white like the real truck, so there's just a little correction for Spin Master if they're watching. White headlights would be perfect. Then up here on the hood, you have the pinstripe there going down, looking very, very accurate. The other side is the exact same thing. You got nothing on the back, and then you got nothing on the roof as well, which is just like the real life truck. So Gravedigger The Legend is sitting on a black roll cage with a black chassis. I'm sorry, a black chassis with a black roll cage. I get those two mixed up all the time. And it does have gray rims with BKT printing. So kind of accurate, but, you know, not accurate because of the BKT printing, and, you know, BKT wasn't around in Monster Jam back in 2011, but overall a very nice release from Spin Master Tony Farrell's Gravedigger The Legend. Awesome that we got a release of that. And now let's move on to the Street Treats El Toro logo. And here's the Street Treats El Toro logo. Let's take a look at the little logo here. Oh, that's interesting. I thought it'd be a different logo, but I guess not. So there's the logo along with the contact information there. And here he is, the Street Treats El Toro logo up close. This truck rolls perfectly right out of the package, which is very nice. And obviously with the Street Treat trucks, they are on a metal chassis for you guys. So that's very, very cool. And the bodies are plastic. So gotta mention that for anyone who's watching the video here. And yeah, now let's do the 360 turnaround here with the Street Treats El Toro logo. A very nice release, I will say. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Had to toot. But, you know, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. This Street Treats El Toro logo looks very, very nice. Going into the in-depth graphics review, first up we have the El Toro logo along with the Monster Jam logo. And the flames have been replaced by, it looks like cake icing, maybe, or like frosting, so that's really cool. There is the driver. I'm gonna say it is Fernando Martinez. He's also been doing very well. There is the teeth all in white. So usually when I have a release of El Toro logo like this, his teeth aren't in the best shape, but you know, this crazy bull's teeth are looking very, very good. So going up to the front of the truck, the chin hair would be right here. Then up here on the hood, you have the nostrils, the nose ring, and then the flames are the exact same frosting or cake icing there, which is really cool. The other side is the exact same thing. Back then on the back here, we have the El Toro logo, the MonsterJam.com logo. The tail lights are actually candy corn, which is very interesting. Also, guys, comment down below if you're a fan of candy corn. I personally am. I love candy corn, but I know some people are not big fans of candy corn, but you know, hey, it is what it is. And then you have some of that cake icing flame in the background. Then up here on the hood, you have El Toro Loco's iconic white horns this time, so that's really cool. And El Toro Loco is sitting on a red metal chassis with a bright yellow roll cage, and it does have bright green tires and red rims. So there you guys go. That is the Street Treats El Toro Loco. And now we'll move on to kind of like the big top 3 trucks minus the chase piece. We're going to kick it all off here with Black Pearl. And here is Black Pearl up close. Let's take a look at the logo here. So there is the Black Pearl monster truck logo, and then the rest of that. And here is the truck up close, you guys. It looks like the truck rolls perfectly right out of the package. And ooh, this truck looks pretty fast. This could be a future Sign Up Series Championship truck. I'm just calling it now, you know what I'm saying? So here he is, you guys, up close. This is the Black Pearl monster truck on the Whiplash body tooling, I should say. That's kind of hard to say, but you know, it is what it is. And now let's do our in-depth graphics review. I feel like I need to sneeze, so if I like sneeze and scare anyone, I do apologize for that, you guys. So with our in-depth graphics review, first up we have the Monster Jam logo, followed by Star Creations logo right there. So shout out Star Creations, they're awesome. We have the big Black Pearl logo, and the Black Pearl pirate ship is in the back there. I believe that the white part is supposed to represent the moon, and then you can kind of see the sea in the background. There's Colvinard, absolutely killing it, you know. Gotta love some Black Pearl action. Going up to the front, you have the Black Pearl white headlights and the grill printing there. Then up here on the hood, it is a beautiful decal of like a pirate dude. What is he holding? It is very hard to tell because the graphics are kind of blurry. I don't know, this could be like a lantern or something. I don't know, it's just really hard to tell. That looks like a claw or something. Huh, that's weird. The other side is going to be the exact same thing, and then on the back here you have the Black Pearl logo with the Black Pearl pirate ship and the moon in the background. There's some skulls on the side, so that's really cool. And then up here on the hood, you have a Black Pearl, the skull and crossbones, and the star in the background, probably representing Star Creations there. So Black Pearl is sitting on a gray chassis with a black roll cage, and it does have some very nice rusty brown color rims with white PKT printing. So obviously I don't know if this version of Black Pearl is gonna go for like $200 in the future like the original one from Series 14 does, but hey, if it does, I got this version of Black Pearl signed by Colvinard, so that should definitely add to the value. But there you go, there is Black Pearl. And now let's move on to one of my favorite diecast releases of Gravedigger of all time, the Overcharged Gravedigger. And here's the Overcharged Gravedigger up close. Let's take a look at the logo there. And wow, look at that Gravedigger logo. That looks badass, man. That looks really cool. And then here is the Overcharged Gravedigger up close, you guys. It looks like this truck rolls perfectly right out of the package. I love that. And here he is up close. This is the Overcharged Gravedigger from Series 38. Now, I gotta say, this truck just looks badass. And obviously, I had to get a second version of this Gravedigger. I got one for the Mint in the Box collection, which is awesome, or the inbox collection, whichever way you want to say it. I love this Gravedigger so much. And now every single time I do an in-depth graphics review, I'm going to try to speed run through this if I can. So first up, we have the Gravedigger logo, followed by the USHRA and the Monster Jam and the Spin Master tombstones there. You have the Skull Mountain creature thing with a tree. You can see all the tombstones there. The Dennis Anderson tombstone right there. You have the Haunted House, the tree, the moon, and the purple rings there, with the purple sky and the green spooky fog. There is Adam Anderson absolutely killing it. If Adam drove this this version of Gravedigger in real life, that would be awesome. Going up to the front, Gravedigger has purple headlights, which that looks awesome. I'd love to see a real life version of Gravedigger run purple headlights. That's awesome. You have a purple pinstripe and black flame wrapping, which looks badass. The other side is the exact same thing. You got nothing on the back, but on the roof here, you have more of the black flame wrapping, Gravedigger's stacked logo, the skull and crossbones featuring Grim, and Gravedigger's iconic slogan, Bad to the Bone. So, Gravedigger is sitting on a purple chassis with a turquoise teal color roll cage, and it does have that exact same color for the tires and black rims there. So this is probably my favorite release of Gravedigger that Spin Master has done. I love all the colors on this. The colors just contrast with the truck so good. The purple, the black, and the teal turquoise color just looks awesome. So there you go. Kudos to Spin Master. I love this release of Gravedigger. So there's the Overcharged Gravedigger. And now we will move on to my favorite truck from Series 38, that being Catastrophe. And here is Catastrophe up close. Let's take a look at the logo here. There is Catastrophe's logo, looking very, very cool than the rest of that information. And here he is up close, you guys. Catastrophe from Series 38. This truck rolls absolutely perfectly. I love that. That is awesome. And here he is up close, you guys. This is Catastrophe. Now, obviously, this truck is supposed to be the newer, modern release of Prowler, because obviously it's a tiger-themed truck, and it's called Catastrophe, like Catastrophe. It was a pretty good joke, guys, but, you know, it's okay. It's okay, you know? Man, I thought more people would like that joke, but I guess it's just me. But anyways, here we are with the in-depth graphics review. First up, we had the Catastrophe logo, and then you can see the beautiful detail Spin Master has put into this tiger fur, along with the Moss Gem logo. There's the driver. I don't know who'd be driving this, but there you go. You can see part of Catastrophe's mold for the ear there. Looks very, very cool. There are some of his teeth, and, you know, like I was talking about with El Toro Loco, look at how pearly white those look, and then look at how nasty those teeth look. Yeah, no. Catastrophe needs to go to the dentist ASAP, or else he's gonna have cavities, man, and no one wants cavities. So, going up to the front, we have the nose and the whisker holes there, or those could just be the whiskers. I don't know, it's hard to tell. And then up here on the hood is just more detail with the tiger fur. The other side is the exact same thing. On the back, just more detail with the tiger. And then you have the little tail, which is kind of movable-ish. And then up here on the roof, it is just more detail with the tiger skin. And Catastrophe is sitting on a white chassis with an orange roll cage. It does have that exact same orange color for the tires with black rims too. So there you go. There is my favorite truck from Series 38 Catastrophe. I love this truck. Honestly, Gravedigger could have taken over Catastrophe's spot, but I just love the newer renditions of, you know, Predator and Prowler, obviously with Nightstorm and Catastrophe. They look really good. So I just, you know, these are my personal rankings. You guys can tell me what your favorite truck from Series 38 is, you know what I'm saying? And now let's move on to the Chase Piece Ghost Crew Megalodon. And now it is time for the final truck of Series 38, that being the Ghost Crew Megalodon. There's Megalodon's logo, and then that information there, and here is the truck. Looks like it rolls pretty good for the most part. There might be a slight bend in that back axle, which is kind of unfortunate for this being a chase piece, you know, but it is what it is. And here he is up close, you guys. This is the Chase Piece Ghost Crew Megalodon from Series 38. Now, the chase pieces for Spin Master last year were the Ghost Crew trucks, and then for this year, 2025, it is the return of the training trucks, which is awesome. The training trucks are probably my favorite chase piece that we have done, just for like nostalgia reasons, you know. And now let's do our in-depth graphics review with him. So first up, we have the Monster Gem logo, followed by the Megalodon logo. There is, who is going to be the Megalodon driver? It's going to be Ashley Sanford this time. I just saw her in Tucson. She's an excellent driver. There is the Megalodon eyeball with the teeth looking sparkly white. So shout out to Megalodon. He's been taking care of his teeth. And it does have a clear translucent fin there. So that's really cool. Going up to the front, there is just Megalodon's face looking scary. And then just some detail there with the Megalodon skin. The other side is the exact same thing. On the back, you have... Is that clear? Oh, it is? This is supposed to represent a clear body. That's right, but it looks really weird with, you know, the decal on there. But you can see through the fin that it is actually see-through-ish, kind of. On the back, there's the steering fin, a little fin there. And then there is the top fin. So if you ever see that sticking up out of the water, watch out, because it's Jaws, you know? But it's Megalodon this time. So Megalodon is sitting on a very nice light blue metal chassis, I will say, with a clear translucent color for the roll cage, that exact same color for the tires. They're clear, so you can kind of, you can see through them ish. So there's my finger. And then it does have that exact same blue color for the rims there, looking very, very nice. So there you guys go. That's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this video unboxing Series 38. So make sure to crush that like button if you guys like this video. Why not consider subscribing? It is 100% free, and you guys can always undo it. We are on the road to 2,200 subscribers, or 2,200 subscribers, whichever way you want to say it. And breaking news, you guys, I got an Instagram account. I know it gets kind of boring whenever I have to say it in every video, but I gotta mention it for anyone watching my YouTube videos. If they haven't checked out my Instagram yet, I just made a post recently talking about Tucson, or not Tucson, I meant the Maricopa County Fair, and then the Monster Gym, my birthday haul, even though it's very late and I said that in the post, but still had to make a post talking about what I got for my birthday, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so it is the same as my YouTube username, at MonsterJamFan0311. The link for my Instagram is always down in my description, and you guys get exclusive content on stuff that I am going to post, and you guys get to reserve trucks for Monster Jam sign-up series and points competitions. I don't need to talk about trivia questions because I already did that. So, yeah, let's just do a quick overview of all the trucks here from Series 38. So first up, we have Soldier Fortune, the Crazy Creatures Dragon, Monster Mutt Dalmatian with the ears down for the first time, Tony Farrell's Gravedigger The Legend, the Street Treats El Toro Loco, Black Pearl on Whiplash's body, the Overcharged Gravedigger, probably my favorite release of Gravedigger that Spin Master has made. We have Catastrophe, and then to round it out, the Chase Beast Ghost Crew Megalodon. So comment down below what your favorite release of Series 38 is, and maybe we can talk about it down there. These two trucks, now that I think about it, are kind of interchangeable, but I'm going to give the nod to Catastrophe just for nostalgia reasons, even though I do think the Gravedigger body does look better in my opinion. So there you guys go. That was Series 38, and I'm going to catch you guys, on the rails.